Based on what I've seen, interviewed, etc., and as a NIO owner myself, NIO is going to be posting their best quarterly report ever. However, there are two big caveats that may cause the stock to tank and drop like a rock. And it's important that you know this information and understand what the hell is going on. Before we get started, I just want to say that this is all my opinion. It's only my opinion based on what I've seen. Alright, this is not financial advice. This is only for entertainment and information purposes only. With that out of the way, let's get started. With record deliveries of 17,535 vehicles in the fourth quarter of 2020, that's the best quarter ever. They're going to be releasing some balling numbers. I'm going to be showing you two areas where there's going to be massive revenue growth that you probably did not know about. And that is NIO Life, aka NIO's e-commerce store. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I got a video all about this. Link is in the description. NIO's merch gets sold out like bread during a famine. This jacket that I have, EP9 jacket, which is also the CEO jacket, which is what the CEO personally wears. Right there, you got NIO's badge over here. This jacket, within the first 2 minutes, your size is probably sold out. After 2 minutes, there's only extra small and 3XL sizes left. And after 5 minutes, it's all gone. I mean, in 5 minutes, hey, I had to place this order within 20 seconds to get this, man. And when I did my interview with NIO management, by the way, you gotta check that out if you haven't, because that has a lot of spoilers and lots of bomb info. He even wanted my jacket, man. He was like, man, you got that CEO jacket, man? Yeah, he was jealous as hell, man. So NIO's merch gets sold out like crazy. People love their NIO merch, whether it's jackets or shoes. NIO had shoes, but they're all sold out. They got some luxury designer, and these are all priced very, very high. They're so damn expensive. But if you hesitate and don't pull the trigger, it's gonna be sold out. So what people do, they just buy it, man. They just buy it anyways. Whatever NIO puts it out, they buy it. They scoop it up. Think later, because otherwise it's going to be sold out and there's no chance of you ever getting it. So people love NIO's merch, and that is going to be a huge revenue booster for their earnings. What's also amazing is, apart from NIO merch, they also do food. NIO has their own food labs, which creates all sorts of snacks, drinks, etc. And that is also a massive revenue booster for NIO, and that's going to show up on the earnings report, and that's gonna surprise a lot of people. What kind of food items do they have? They got stuff from like peanuts to pastries to beef jerky, even beer. And I made a whole video testing out all those products, and man, that video cost me so much money because all those items were so damn expensive. But people love it. I mean, it's healthy, it's nice. You gotta check that video out as well. Link is in the description, as usual. So this is just a massive boost to NIO's revenue. And this is gonna show up as the others section. And I know that because I love NIO merch as well. Everybody loves NIO merch, and I checked NIO's online store and it's all sold out. Most of the good stuff's all sold out. However, I did manage to grab a few good items. So if you guys are interested in some NIO merch, I will be shipping them globally. You just gotta join my Discord and DM me. And well, if there's anything left, because some of my subscribers have already claimed some of these merch, and I'm gonna be shipping it globally to them. That is gonna be a massive revenue booster that a lot of people will not be expecting. Now, let's talk about two big caveats that might cause the stock to tank like crazy. Number one is subsidized free charging. Battery swap right now is all free. I have unlimited free battery swap. Most people that place their NIO order after the cutoff date, which is around October 10th, have 6 free swaps a month. And like I said in my previous videos, people aren't going to pay for swaps. So that's going to be pretty much a pure cash burn exercise. But on top of that, there's going to be free subsidized charging, which I've also talked in one of my previous videos. And I've personally been to one of these free charging spots, and I've charged there like 8 times for free. I spent nothing, $0, nada. It's all covered by NIO. Now, it might not seem like a lot each time. It's only like 50 to 100 RMB, which is around 10 bucks. But, you know, you add that up. I personally did 8 free charges. That's like $80 to $100. And then you multiply that by everyone that's doing this. You know, I talk to a lot of NIO owners, and they say, oh man, they've been doing free charging, free swapping, all of that stuff. And they told me, hey man, I buy this car, it saved me a hell of a lot of money. That's gonna show up in the expenses, and there's gonna be a lot of expenses. Second big caveat that I think a lot of people might not be expecting is BAS. BAS is good because it lowers the barrier of entry and it makes the car a lot more accessible for the masses. And we see that take effect. There's a big boost in delivery numbers. People might misinterpret is that they think that, you know, NIO has more numbers, more deliveries, that their revenue will increase proportionate to how much the deliveries increase. That will not be the case because most people go with BAS, and BAS is really just sacrificing short-term margins for long-term cash flow. And it takes NIO 7 years to break even on BAS. A single battery costs 70,000 RMB, and us NIO owners, we pay around 1,000 every month, and it takes about 7 years for NIO to break even. So what we probably will see in the earnings report is a decrease in margins, and that will shock a lot of people. People will think, hey, you delivered more cars, but your margins are decreasing. What the hell is going on? Hit the sell button. But you gotta understand, man, BAS contract is 40 years. 40 years of cash flow, man. After 7 years, it's gonna be just free cash flow for NIO for 32 years. So all of this combined together has the effect of more delivery numbers, but the vehicle revenue isn't increasing proportionately because of BAS. And as a result, they may post lower margins and lower earnings per share, and that may shock a lot of people. If you do see lower margins, then you know what's going on. Don't panic, all right? Think carefully. Secure cash flow for 33 years. Free cash flow for 33 years off of every single NIO that goes for BAS, even though the margins decreased. Think about that. Ultimately, in the long term, NIO will succeed because they've done service spectacularly, and nobody has this kind of service. And if you want to know more about NIO service, go watch this interview video with actual NIO management, and he knows everything. He talks about plans for expansions, and we even talk about his expectation for the share price of NIO. So that's definitely worth watching. So click on this video.